Okay, here we go. All right, ready and go. Go. That I'm unstoppable. I'm a portion with no breaks. I'm invincible. I win every single game because I'm so powerful. I don't need batteries for today. I'm so confident. I'm unstoppable today. Why? Because Jesus loves us.
Amen.
I always think about that. I'm like, yeah, we don't need no stinking batteries because we got Jesus. So anyway, all right, guys. Hi, everybody. Hi, officially. Jennifer, you make us like want to relax or something with that background. I'm like, oh, it's so.
Well, you know, without the background, it's just a white wall, and then like, oh, my sign that says "Be your own kind of beautiful."
That's awesome. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that too. That's awesome. Be your own kind of beautiful. That's super cool. Yeah. All right. So we are going to do sales for the week. Yes, the week. So if you sold product this week, let us know. Woo, woo, woo. Nobody sold product this week? Okay. If you sold 200. Oh, good. Yay. Okay. I'll pay us. Woo, $200. Stay wiggling. That's so weird. 200, no 200s.
I'm trying to add.
Add faster, Mel. Add faster.
I think I'm just a little short of 200.
All right. So we sold product. That's good. Yeah. No star weeks, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're just going to go on to next week, you guys. So woo woo. All right. So did everyone get their catalogs in the mail today? No?
Yes.
Got it today.
Yeah, I got mine today, and I was talking to a customer and text. She goes, "I got my catalog today." I'm like, "Oh, well, that they must have put them all, dumped them in the mail that day, I guess." Well, that doesn't even make sense because I don't know about the mail. But very excited. I've sent out packets. I sent out 4 packets in one day. 2 of them got there on time, and 2 of them went all the way to LA and back up here. I'm like, what is going on? And they didn't get them by the end of the week. So I don't know what that's all about.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So just be mindful of the silly postage. So, all right. So we've got the lookbooks out in the mail. So your customers are going to have their lookbooks, so you can start calling them and messaging them and, you know, putting out little things, and they'll be like, oh yeah, and I just got that catalog. Where did I put that? Because that's what I hear. Oh, did I throw it away? I'm like, yeah, probably. No, I'm just kidding. So just be mindful of that happening. And then what else was I going to tell you about? Is there anything else? Be mindful that there's a 3-day weekend coming up, and we got the month end, and so vacations and stuff. And as everyone's getting out more, you know, so just be mindful of that, and you know, get things done before that. And then Father's Day is coming up. I don't know the date, but I know it's. Oh yes, I do. It is June 20th. So we've still got some time for that. But just, you know, always be mentioning that to people because, you know, it's more sales and you never know what could happen with that. Okay, so I don't have a lot to share tonight. I always feel like I don't want to like throw a bunch at you. I was going to give you one idea that Janice, we did our director's meeting last week, and she gave us, and I thought it was a kind of a cool idea. And then just some reminders. And then I couldn't help it. I have to just give you some more stuff on the whole mindset, because hopefully you guys like that stuff. But I just think it's so important. I've started reading this book. Okay, that's not the truth at all. I'm not reading it. I'm audio listening to it. But it's called E-Myth. Well, you know, I'm pretending I read it, but it's called E-Myth or something, I believe, and it's about the entrepreneur or the business owner. But they're talking, and I just started it today. I've only gotten into an hour of it. I don't know how. It's 5 hours long, so I don't know. But you know, we're 3 people when we run a business. We're the what do you call that? Where we do the product, or we're the I don't remember.
Like the marketer, the marketing person?
Well, or below that, like if you if you own a pie business, you make the pies. Like you're the
Oh, probably you're the laborer.
yeah, you're the worker. You're the worker bee.
You're
Thank
the
you.
laborer.
Yeah, you're the worker. You know, and then you're also the manager, and then you're also the entrepreneur. And those three people constantly fight within you, and one of them tends to overshadow the others. And so I just
true.
yeah, it is, isn't it? And I think it's just interesting. And I was like, I went and saw my dad, who owns his own business, and my stepmother owned her own business for years. She owned a hair salon, and we're just having this big conversation. And so I'm like, well, that's his dominant, that's her dominant, that's my, you know, because I was listening to it. So I just encourage you guys to just be out there, you know, making sure you're feeding your mind. But I wanted to share a few more things. I hope that's okay. But Janice was talking about, I thought this was a fun idea. So because I know all of you have done this, where we send a packet of samples to someone because they're going to join a party, or they're going to join a facial, or they're going to join a whatever we do, and then they don't show up. But now you know they have this packet of stuff, and you're like, well, dang, you know, like it's dead in the water. So she actually created, and I think she did several of them, obviously, because if they've got whatever skincare they've got, or however you want to do it. For her, she was doing several of them, but she created a little video to send them so they could still use the packet. Those are the people that don't really like, oh, I'll see if I have time or whatever, or invite me to the next one, and then that happens, and then you never hear from them again. But you could send them a little video of you talking about what they've got in the packet. I thought that was a cool idea, that they could watch the video. You could have it pre-recorded, and then you know, you can just send it to them. So I thought that was pretty cool, because then you're feeling less waste. And if you send them a video, I would somehow, I haven't done this yet, so I can't give you like details of what I would say or do. I can do that, but I would somehow kind of say, hey, if you listen to this, if you're able to watch this and kind of play with the stuff in the packet by the end of the week and aren't interested in anything, I have XYZ as I have some fun specials to send you, or I'll send you the specials at the end of the week, you know, or whatever. If you let me know, I'll send you the special, just because then it's like an enticement to say, hey, you know, do it. So, and not just put it on the back burner, because I totally would. I think it's fascinating. I just have to share this, and it's so silly, but we so put things on the back burner until it's time. And I don't want to believe most people are like that, but I believe that most people are like that. I could be wrong. Maybe you all finish things right when you should, or early, but I think most people finish things right when does that make sense? My kid's dad's Jeep has been at the high school for a year, because when COVID hit, they just left the Jeep there, because my son was in auto shop, and we're like, we're going to go pick it up. Well, we finally, my brother's doing it. He booked with the guy to pick it up next Tuesday, because school ends next Friday. It's been a year and we didn't take care of it. And it was fascinating to me, because I'm like, there's like 5 people involved in this, and we all waited till the last minute. And I just think that's human nature. So that's why, if you're going to send them a packet and you think they're going to be so excited to use it because you send them video, they're probably not, unless you give them a little encouragement and deadline. Does that make sense? Because I just think that's how we work. You know, like, oh shoot, that coupon's going to end tomorrow. I better do it tonight, or I'll do it in the morning. You know, I'll get up early and do that first thing, because that's just what we do. So anyway, that was fun. And then she just reminded us about using the apps, and I think the apps are such a good thing. I don't think I use them as much as I should. I feel like anyone we ever facial, we should be sending them a link to the app. The what is it called? This hair.
What apps are you talking about? Like Mirror Me and
the other one, yeah.
The skin analyzer.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love those apps.
And I just think that I don't use them as much as I should. I don't send them to every single one of my customers has not gotten that app. Every single one of my customers that has ordered has not gotten that app. And I think that's a tragedy to my sales business, because I think I should send it to them, and I think they would order more. Not every single one of them, but I think some of them. So it's just a reminder to send the people those apps. I was trying to think what she was talking about. Oh, it wasn't her, it was a lady at the company, but just you even using the app to get to your customers, say, hey, I mean, in fact, that's an idea. Maybe I'll do this. You know, I know you just got your catalog and we have this app. I don't think I've sent it to you, or I'm sending it to everyone who's never used it. Here's a fun app to try, because they just got the catalog in the mail. So now they're going to be like, oh, wow, it's telling me to do this, this, this. And they're going to look at the catalog because the catalog's new and exciting. So maybe that's a fun, I think I might do that actually as my idea to encourage them to look at the app. I mean, the Mirror Me is fine, but I'd rather them buy skincare than makeup.
I just had an idea. It's too bad, I'm looking through the new catalog, that they don't put the app in the catalog.
I know, it should be like on the front page every time or something, shouldn't it?
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
would think that, but then don't you think like for marketing purposes, then the catalog would kind of like be taken away, wouldn't it? Because people would not want to. Oh,
Well,
I
no,
guess not.
because-
They want to still see the product. Yeah, you're right.
have you actually done the skin analyzer yourself, Jennifer?
I did.
Yeah,
It
so
wasn't
then
too
you can,
bad either. At first I was nervous, and when I did it, I was like, oh, okay, that wasn't too bad.
yeah, and then you can go through the catalog and look at the items and stuff.
I had an aunt reach out to me that used to do Mary Kay and used to use Mary Kay, and she says, who gets to see the stuff on this app? You know, and I said, you gotta try it, it's really cool. But I talked her into it. So I gotta follow up. Again, Jennifer, I probably put that on the back burner, but I'm gonna follow up with her. But I think she was scared because she's afraid of who has access to it. Is it only during the time you're on it? She was asking, like, she goes,
Oh, wow.
you know, who's gonna see, you know, have access to my phone, that kind of thing. And I'm like, no, it's not like that.
That's funny.
The only way that someone can see her results is if she sends them to you. That's the only way that convince her of that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I mean, when I did them, they're pretty neat. I think a lot of people would like them.
Right. No, I agree. And I don't know what I was gonna say. I'm sure it was something fabulous, but yeah. So following up and making sure. I just followed up. I had several ladies text me about the makeup party we did, and I still, you know, it's still like. So I just finally got an order from one of them, and the other one said she's gonna call me tonight, but I haven't heard from her because she says I want the eyeshadows in the cheek color, and I'm like, well, which ones? You know, like how am I supposed to know which ones I sent you? I have no idea. I don't keep a log of how many, you know, because I sent a bunch of packets. So she says I'm gonna call me tonight, and I haven't heard from her, but I'm still following up. So even if you, and that's maybe my bad because I didn't follow up right away. Well, I did, and then they came back. You know what I mean? So it's still okay to just keep following up with people. In fact, she was appreciative to me. She's all, thank you so much, because I really wanted that brush set and I really wanted that, whatever. And so she was glad that I followed up, because I know I do that. I know I do. I'll put something in a shopping cart in a store or something like that, and then I'll go into something else and I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta do that. That's been like there for 2 weeks or something like that. And I really want it, but I forget, you know. And so how great would it be if someone called and said, hey, did you still want that? I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. Could you give me this and this too? So speaking of that, next Wednesday we are going to do, and I haven't figured it out yet. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I'm going to work on this tomorrow. If anyone wants to help me, I did have an idea of us doing it together, but there's a mosquito flying around me. It's driving me nuts. Peek in the Pink next Wednesday. I'm just gonna say 7:30. I just feel like it's just easier, and it's still light out. So and I'll put out a flyer hopefully by tomorrow, the end of tomorrow. And then I am also going to do another color Facebook party. I have people asking about it. I just had another lady I followed up with today because she never got back to me. I followed up with her twice and she finally got back to me. And she's like, that was so much fun. And I can't wait till the next one. Will you invite me to the next one? what I'm gonna do, and so it's up to you guys, but I'm gonna do another color party. I'd love for you guys to join me and invite your people. I don't think I'm gonna send out samples. I think I'm just gonna let them use what they have and entice them with Mary Kay, because that to me was a lot of work. And that's horrible to say to you, but I feel like I'm just gonna invite them to come. And
Can I just say something? When you did the color party last time, I thought you did an excellent job, whether it was Mary Kay stuff or their stuff or whatever. And it was fun, it was engaging, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I learned something. I told you that the other day. I learned something.
okay, I wasn't sure how y'all felt about it.
Yeah, that was
Well,
great.
that was just me, so I don't know anyone else.
No, I appreciate it. I mean, that's where my customers like, that was so much fun. And you might meet the next one. I had another customer go, oh, and I just looked at after she said this, she said, it's like, Rico, I looked at my text. I guess I didn't like remind her, but she's like, oh shoot, I forgot to show up. And I'm like, I'll invite you to the next one. I'm like, great, now I gotta do the next one. No, I'm just kidding. But
So are those recorded to where they can go back and look at them?
yeah, I forgot to tell her that, but I just wanted to show up anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, so why am I looking at my phone? So it'll probably be the following Wednesday after that. Just because then we can invite people from Pink of the Pink. I don't know that anyone want to come, but if they happen to say, sure, I'll come, then we can snag their names. So next week is
Wednesday, Peek in the Pink.
yeah, the 19th is this week. So next week is the 26th. So that'll be Peek in the Pink. And then the following Wednesday, June 2nd will be the well, we could just do the first. Do you want to just do Tuesday night? You want it to just be our meeting like we've done before? I think we'll just do that. We'll just do a color party, a color class. I'll do it the same, do it a little different, because we all learn stuff, but it's really not about us. It's more about just inviting people. We may do a skincare class party like a week or two after that too, because that's how skincare parties are on Facebook. I didn't do a lot of stuff because I just needed to do it. But in the skincare class party, I would give away more things and do more stuff. So I think I'll do that this time at the color party. I was just nervous to get through it, because it's my first time. So now I'll do some giveaways and stuff. So we'll have a little more that going for us. And I'll tell you guys later. But when I say we're doing giveaways and you can win prizes, it's basically you would, if your person wins, and you're going to send it customer delivery service, whatever, you just put in because it's free, you can put a little mini mascara, and then it's like $1 or $2 for the little eye makeup remover, and you can send them samples for free. Like they get winnings for free, so from you. So that's what the prizes will be. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Don't we have to pay shipping on that?
Well, yeah, if the person lives near you, you can grab some.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
But I ship a lot of my stuff in customer delivery service anyway, because it's just too much running around.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, okay, very good. And I'll get that up tomorrow too. I'll get a little calendar because I'm
very good.
behind. Okay. So the last thing I wanted to share, and this is again Ed Milet. I just like the guy. He's just a good trainer, and he's a Christian, and he's just a powerful guy. But he's the one that talked about, praising yourself, even in your little wins, committing to yourself first, and building your self-confidence, building your self, all those kinds of things we've talked about. But he also and I listened to this the other day, and I just listened to it again today because I couldn't pass it by, because it's so good. So he talks about, and he talks about, I hope I can get this right, it being like a thermostat in us. So we have thermostats, if you will, like our little temperature gauge for all aspects of our life, the faith, our fitness, our happiness, our family, our relationships, our business. So we have different gauges, for different things. But if you, say you have a gauge for weight, and in your gauge you're like a 50% or 75%, and you're like, I'm just the fat girl. I'm just always going to be heavy. I struggle with weight. I mean, you have all these things that you've told yourself. So no matter how far you go, like you start doing well, your body, your mind will gauge yourself back to the beliefs you have. Does that make sense? He talks about, I should get some glasses on for this. Okay, I've got 2 pairs of glasses right here. That's pretty good. He was talking so fast I was scribbling. Anyway, we'll come back to that. So he talks about that, you know, we kind of sabotage ourselves, if you will. He didn't use those words, but we kind of like manipulate ourselves to go back to where we're comfortable. And if we don't fix that, we will do that our whole lives with whatever that situation is. And everything. And so yeah, when we've learned that. So I thought it was kind of cool. He gave 3 ideas of how to change that. This hair is just bugging the heck out of me. How to change that. So the first way to change that is, he says the most powerful way to change the thermostat, if you will, is to stay within close proximity of those that have a higher thermostat than you. And he gave the example of if your walk with God, your Christian thermostat, or whatever it is you do, is maybe kind of low, and you start hanging around people that are praying about everything and giving praise about everything and doing things, you can't help but bring yourself up. Like it's just the way it goes. And so it's just like that's why I go to the gym too, because I like being around people that maybe make me uncomfortable or make me want to, like, it's, you know, it's better than going to a fast food restaurant. You know, it's going to be around people that are going to bring you up to that higher level. And so, and it was interesting because he said, you know, you hear all the time that you become like the 5 people you hang out with most. He said that's only sort of true. He says it's if you're mindful about what you're learning from them, that you can bring yourself up. Otherwise, you can still stay the same, even if you're around people. Does that make sense? You have to be kind of mindful and stick around them. But he says to stay in close proximity for a long enough time. You can't just hang out with them once. And whatever that is. And that's why I think coaches are good. That's why Mary Kate is good, because you could literally listen to something from a top person every single day if you want it. There's all the resources that Mary Kate has to offer. Your positive new associations in your life that will their lives are a higher degree in that area you're trying to alter. Okay, so you guys get that. That's pretty simple. I just thought that was pretty cool. And the second one, it says, in short windows of time, do something completely different. Your brain begins to believe that you deserve something more. So he talked about, like, in a short window of time, and he was talking about how, and he's a very fit guy, he's very into fitness and all this, but he says, you know, he is forcing himself to do better in fitness. So he said he's now training for the next 30 days with a new group of people. He's in a different way. So he says it's kind of like shocking your system. So when you do, like, he's talked about in business, like, go make 100 calls where you're used to making 10, and you're kind of shocking your system. And your let me see if I can see, it says, if I write down, he says your brain is constantly at work to prove your beliefs. Oh, there we go. That your beliefs are right. You only make an effort consistent with what you believe you're worth. So that's where it kind of stay that same. You bring yourself back because you only believe you're worth that much. You only believe you can do that much. You only believe you're capable that much. But he says, if you do that, if you shock your system and just kind of do it, now your brain knows and believes that you can do more and you can be more and you deserve more. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And that could be any area of your life. Have you guys ever watched that movie? What's that movie called? I hated it at the time because I was in a really bad marriage. It's a marriage movie. It's a Christian movie with oh, this isn't going well, is it? He has the journal, Dare, the Love Dare.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Cameron, whatever.
Yes.
Kurt Cameron.
Yes.
Well, he was ready to give up his marriage, and he was, you know, into things he shouldn't be into on the internet, and he was ready to give up his marriage. And his dad said, sure, whatever you want to do is fine, but just for the next 30 days, could you do this dare? And so basically he had to just do something nice for his wife for every day for 30 days. And it basically shocked his system into realizing, oh, I do like this lady. Oh, maybe this could be worth it. And so same concept. Okay. So just doing something more and believing you're capable. And then the third way to kind of change that thermostat in your head is you need to stop what is no longer needed. I thought this was pretty fascinating. You are stuck. Okay. So basically he says, and I can look at my own life. I've been looking at my own life a lot lately because we can get stuck in what did I just call this? Doing things that no longer serve us. And I've been in this process because I've been a single mom for so long. In my head, I'm a single mom, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not a single mom anymore. Like I gotta stop telling myself that, which I don't think it, well, he said sometimes it just serves a purpose because it protects you and it makes you do things you need to do. But I'm like, they're not like really mommy worthy anymore. They're like all old and like, they don't even need me. I mean, they still do, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta move on from that. I gotta figure out who I am besides being a mom. Or even not even a single mom, just a mom. I'm like, dang, I'm like out of a job, my kid drives. I'm like out of a job and I don't even know what to do. My car's too big now and I don't know what to do. So anyway, I don't know if that's helpful to you guys, but I think there's a lot of things that we do. I watch people in my life who do things. I think about my parents. I feel like they still act like their parents and they're like I'm one of their kids, you know what I mean? But they still act like their parents. They still like have to be there for everyone. I'm like, go. My brothers and I are like, go do your thing, be free, but they still have this thought in their head that they need to be here for the family and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm using that same example, but there's a lot of things that we can do in our business that don't serve us. We a lot of things we can do. And so we just need to kind of evaluate this. And he says, you are stuck in a story, we can get stuck in a story. Evaluate the stories you are telling yourself. They can be achievements from the past, failures from the past, they don't matter. He says, stripping time, if you focus on the achievements of the past or the failures of the past, they strip time and focus from the new story you're needing to create for the next phase of life. The leading character in the story of your life is you. Stop telling the old story. So I thought that was pretty powerful. Hopefully that can help you guys, but I just think sometimes we think about what our past failures are or past successes are, and we don't, because it really doesn't matter today, because that's over. What are we going to do today to do more? So anyway, that was just that. I just thought it was pretty cool.
She's
back.
Anyway, I just think it's pretty. And he says, can you guys hear me? You guys can't hear me. I know you can't hear me because you're all frozen.
No, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, I'm like, you guys are all. And
well, you were just frozen.
Whenever you guys all freeze, like, it's actually not that, it's me. I know it is. What was I saying? I was going to tell you something about that. It's totally gone. I was just thinking about us being frozen. Yep, I don't know what I'm going to say. Anyway, you guys, I'm like completely blank. Anyway, I just thought that was cool stuff, because I think that we all are capable of more than whatever we're doing now. Not that what we're doing now is bad, but I think that we need to constantly be striving to do more, and not pushing ourselves. We gotta do more, but knowing that God doesn't want you to stay where you're at. He wants you to grow, and it doesn't mean it has to look like what anyone else thinks it should look like. But for you, just constantly telling yourself you're better, knowing that you're better, so you can do more and be open to serve more and all those kinds of things. So I think you guys know that, but I just think it's a good reminder for us all to So, any thoughts or comments or whatever?
Very good.
She said something. Very good. Okay. So anyway, so hopefully you guys are continuing on a path, or hopefully on a path of just really making sure you're praising yourself and doing a little bit better today than you did yesterday, and whatever it is that you are working on in your world. I think we've talked about this, but even if you were to create one new habit every quarter, what quarter are we in? We're in the second quarter of the year. If you didn't do the first one, it's over, get over it. But then, every quarter, it could be every month, it could be every 6 months, but every quarter, that's 4 new habits a year. Like that's what I was gonna say. Most people don't even create one new habit a year. But if you intentionally and create 4 new habits a year, that's huge. You can become anyone you want to become. And when it went out again, he said that acknowledging that you have that thermostat, knowing that you pull yourself back down in certain areas, and it's fascinating because sometimes you don't even know, you're like, I didn't do that, the circumstance did it. Well, no, you probably somehow created the circumstance. And so, but knowing that happens and you have those areas that you can change, he says that's half the battle, and I think that's pretty cool. So we can all become better us's, right? All right.
Right.
We're excited, I can tell. Okay, so next Tuesday we will what do we do? Yes.
No, you said next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Peek at a peek.
Well,
And then the Tuesday after that is the color party, right?
Next, so next Tuesday, and I'll put a calendar, but next Tuesday we'll do our China meeting. Next Wednesday we'll do the peek in a pink. If you want to help me, please text me now. I would so appreciate it. It's more fun with more people. And then the second we'll do the color party. The first. I'm sorry, the first.
Got it.
Got it.
Here's mine.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great week and get selling, get going, do something great in your business this week.
Woohoo!
Have a good week, everybody.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good week.